Deadpool and Wolverine review here on Fog Entertainment. Now, we don't shy away from the fact that I don't like superheroes. I don't like any of this MCU, Marvel, Avengers, bloody X-Men, whatever you want to call them, Diddy Men. But this movie was funny. Alright, this movie was good. 2024 release, one of the few 2024 movies that we've actually reviewed on this channel. But the movie has actually crossed $12 million in 6 days in India. But was it good? Was it good? It was good. Alright, I enjoyed it. I think it did exactly what it set out to do on the tin. £12.50 a ticket, maybe a rip-off. You could have watched it for free in your house. Wink, wink, if you know, you know. But we do begin this movie with a bit of an NSYNC, ba 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 ba. Pretty much Deadpool killing a bunch of guys, and Ryan Reynolds is brilliant, man. He's one of a kind. It's really one of a kind actor. He's one of those actors that you just won't be able to replicate. He just brings such a unique funniness. Like, he's just like one of those comedians that is so unique. Like, everyone can be funny, but there's like a different sort of funny, and this guy hit the fucking nail on the head. And without, you take Ryan Reynolds out this movie, it's shit. I'll go as far as saying it's shit. I would actually go as far as saying that. I just couldn't imagine anyone else playing Deadpool other than Ryan Reynolds. It's mad. It's absolutely mad. So, in terms of ratings, on IMDb, 8.2 out of 10. 79% on Rotten Tomatoes with 56% on Metacritic. I think some of them are quite low, especially the Metacritic one. And for a guy that does not like superheroes, I think it's a bunch of nerds do enjoy it, man. At the cinema, and I had the biggest group of fucking losers right in front of me. At the end of the day, and when they're making jokes in the show about people, it's like, hold on here, making jokes about you fucking loser. That's what they're making about. And people were rocking up to the cinema in their Wolverine and Deadpool shirts. Anyway, I wouldn't be caught fucking dead, to be perfectly honest. But what did the movie do good, in my personal opinion? Well, it brought back a lot of MCU people. Of course, we brought back Wolverine, but essentially, an X-Men. Essentially, with Deadpool is, he's brought in, we see the flashbacks, and he's like, oh, so you're probably wondering how this happened, yada yada, flashback. Picture took with all his family, of course. He's split up for Big Vanessa, Deadpool. She's seeing a German guy, whatever. He's then told by Mobius Paradox. Essentially, that guy, not looking good for him. Not looking good for him, big man. Is it? No, not looking good for Big Paradox. But essentially, he's like, I dug up Wolverine, gets his dead body. Wolverine did die, but if you can go to an alternative universe, timeline, whatever, he can bring him back. And then, what I didn't like about this was, though, right, is that he kept like jumping through timelines. I think the reveal of Wolverine would have been so much better, even though, I've never even watched a Wolverine, but surely it would have been better to reveal the Wolverine that we're going to spend this entire movie with in like one grand scene. Like, was it funny seeing all the different Wolverines and like how he'd killed Deadpool? Yeah, but anyway, shout out to Victor for still game, because for whatever reason he was in this movie. He was the bartender here. Like, where in the name of Christ did that come from? That's just absolutely mental. That's absolutely bizarre. He's like, used to going to fuck or used to going to fight. Which I thought was brilliant. But yeah, Deadpool takes Wolverine and then essentially, right, let's save our universe. He takes him back to Paradox, but then Paradox pokes them both and he sends them to the void. And that's, I think, where the movie picks up. We're introduced to, what do you call that guy? What do you call that guy? Jesus Christ, I can't remember what you called the guy, but he thinks he's in the MCU, but turns out this guy's actually a part of the Fantastic Four. He's like, wrong fucking universe, which I thought was pretty funny. We meet Nova and co. Deadpool runs into his dog. Nova, played by Emma Corrin, her brother knew Wolverine. Is what it is. Just a lot of crazy stuff going on here. Some funny scenes where introduced to Pyro, played by Aaron Stanford of Fear the Walking Dead. So I mean, that's a pretty decent actor in it. No, it's not. It's not a pretty decent actor. No one. I bet you everybody watching this movie. I'm probably the only person worldwide that clocked on that this guy was in Fear the Walking Dead, and he's somehow managed a role in this movie. Big Jimbo going from Fear to Deadpool and Wolverine, and he actually had a pretty decent role. You can't really deny that, but yeah, they're in the void. They don't really know what to do at this stage of the game. But then out of nowhere, these MCU guys walk in. We've got Elektra again. I've heard of the name. I don't know who it is. You've got this French guy played by Channing Tatum, Remy LeBleu. Ryan Reynolds with great deliveries, like, who the fuck's your dialect coach? The Minions? It was funny. And then you had Wesley Snipes as Blade. So that I think Blade's the best Marvel movie because you know what? It feels fucking real. It's vampires, yes, but it's none of this funny. I know people could argue but I think vampires are within like the realms of possibility. When you're seeing guys dressed up in like big bright yellow fucking outfits and red, and yeah, Deadpool and Wolverine, they were dressed up in those, but when you're seeing like that and they're like flying through brick walls and all, it's again, like they had like two separate fights in this movie, right? And like they're shooting each other, they're stabbing each other for all these vital organs before somebody goes, oh, but Deadpool regenerates. Yeah, but what about Wolverine? What's his kryptonite? Oh, he died because the metal poisoned his blood. Well done to you, son. Well done to you. But again, that's why I just do not like these movies. Again, Deadpool works because it makes fun of the concept. It's a comedy. It buries it. That's why I just never digged superhero movies. Like, they're so ridiculous. Like, they're flying through fucking walls. The Avengers, man, doing all this, man. You know, I think if you enjoy this stuff as an adult, you're a man-child. I think these movies are made for, like, people, kids into teenagers. Like, yeah, if you grew up watching, like, Wolverine, and this is the first time he's appeared back on your screen in, like, 10 years, you probably enjoy this movie because... Here, I enjoyed this movie because Ryan Reynolds is funny, and also I saw the returns of, like, Wesley Snipes' Blade, which you've been waiting for fucking 21 years to see that, so... You can enjoy this movie, but I just don't like the phony fighting. I don't, and thankfully there wasn't a lot of it. But yeah, we're introduced to Blade. He's like, I never fucking liked you. You never did. Obviously hinting at the tension that Ryan Reynolds and Wesley Snipes had on the cast of Blade Trinity. So I like wee references like that. Remy LeBleu, played by Channing Tatum, that was pretty funny as well. That was some good shit, damn it. But yeah, we also had the death of Johnny. They were like, yeah, there used to be more of us. Johnny, the Punisher, and then Deadpool's like, Johnny, sadly died. You know, Nova killed him, and then Wolverine's getting pissed. He's like, yeah, he was fucking screaming for his life because you killed him. But as we're pulling up on the big super station, because we have to get back, the MCU here, this band of misfits are trying to work together. Blade gets the rocket launcher, and he's like, there ain't gonna be another fucking more. There ain't gonna be another more fucking Blade. And he fires the rocket launcher. Ryan Reynolds looks at the TV camera, like the camera, breaks the fourth wall. He's like, about that. Obviously, because the guy that was in the Green Book, can't remember his name, he's going to be the new Blade if that movie ever goes ahead. I believe it might have been cancelled. There will only be one Blade, alright? You know, it's not a James Bond. It's not it's the same with Ryan Reynolds. There will only ever be like one Deadpool, one Blade. There's like it's like Chris Hemsworth. He's recognisable as Thor. He was also in this in different alternative timelines. But yeah, Blade. I would have liked to see a lot more of Wesley Snipes, but for me, I think the best part of the movie is him saying there won't be another fucking Blade, and then he just looks at Ryan Reynolds looks at the camera. I thought it was brilliant. But yeah, they managed to get back here. They spare Nova's life. She lets him back through, but then she comes through, takes Paradox. She's going to wipe out all the universes. Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman, Deadpool and Wolverine, going to work together. But then nice Deadpool comes through with his dog. He starts getting fired. Deadpool's like, when are you going to regenerate? He's like, regenerate? And there's blood getting spewed out everywhere. Funny, we've seen a bunch of Deadpools. We've seen Welsh Deadpool, Scottish Deadpool, Lady Deadpool, Baby Deadpool, all these crazy Deadpools, but they manage to escape. Then they go down. Paradox reveals to them the only way to stop this is, you're probably one of you is going to die. Wolverine's like, I'm going to do it. You go back to your friends. Deadpool's like, okay. But then he sucker punches Wolverine. He's like, no, I'm going to do it myself. Looks like it's about to run out though. Nova's going to win, destroy the universe. But then Wolverine and Deadpool, they hug each other. His clothes rip off. Ryan Reynolds is marking out at the sight of Wolverine's abs, despite the fact it's obviously heavily CGI'd, and they saved the world, but they die. But it turns out they didn't die. Paradox is raging. Then Deadpool and Wolverine share one last moment, but then it's another moment after this because he comes to the wee family meeting. And I would really have liked if Elektra, Blade, and the rest of the MCU misfits were at this wee dinner. But yeah, guys, that is the end of the movie. You know, there's a lot of jokes in here to tell, but I won't do it justice. You need to go see this movie yourself. I think it's a comedy. It's near, you know, as a comedy, it ticks all the boxes. It's an 8 out of 10 for me. Really enjoyed this movie. I will struggle to find a movie that I enjoyed better than this. Like I say, like I am not a superhero fan. I think most of them suck, but when it's done right like this, it can be really, really good. And the comedy was on par, man. Got me to laugh a lot of times. But yeah, it's just the people that are associated with watching these things. Not everyone's a nerd that watches this, of course they're not. But you know, seeing you see like a £400 fucking loser in front of you wearing a Wolverine Deadpool top, reeking a BO, that's when you know you might be in the wrong cinema. But anyway, till next time, peace.